Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we have a special guest, and that is going to be my sister.
Oh shit, and Sora.
Oh yes, and my dog, which she needs to sit down because she knows that that's not down. So today we are going to be talking about how to bless a book. I know I've been telling y'all that the Grimoire pages are going to be coming out, so finally I am here. I am doing it. This is the first step to the Grimoire pages. So, and I have my sister here to help me. This is Lola. And I am Eli, y'all know that. So, let's get started. First of all, have you ever blessed a book before?
No.
What do you think of when you think about blessing a book?
Protection. Mainly protection. Honestly, making sure that whatever you put in it doesn't get cursed. That it is yours. It belongs to you. You and your goddess.
Yes, so whenever you are blessing your book, make sure you think about why you are blessing it and how you are going to bless it. We are going to go through how we bless our book. I'll show you mine first, and then Lola will show you hers after. So, let's get started. I'm excited. So here you guys see I bought this book in one of my Dollar Tree hauls, and this is how I'm going to bless it. The good thing about blessings is that you can literally do whatever you want. You don't have to follow me to the T. If there's something that you like, you can take that with you. If there's something that you don't like, don't do it. So the first thing I did was I already saged the entire area, and then I followed through with Palo Santos. So it kind of like sets the mood. Next, I am going to work with the elements. I don't remember my north, east, south, or west in this direction. I probably should. I'll probably do it next time. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to start with water. So these guys here have water inside of them, so I'm going to use these for the water element. This one is from Sugar Muses, Sacred Circle Spray, and then this one is from The Witch's Moon, and it's a Luna Aura Spray. I'll probably do, what do I feel like doing today? I'm gonna use this one. This is gonna be my water aspect. And so literally I would just say a blessing or a prayer around me. And that would be my prayer using the water element. Set that aside. Next, I'll do my fire element. I'm gonna light an incense for this. And my fire element, I'm gonna use these two candles. I have chosen to work with white as a purifying and cleansing of the book that I'm gonna bless. And I'm gonna use black, of course, for protection from any prying eyes, or maybe just from any like sadness that I feel like doesn't come from me or ain't supposed to come from me. This can also be used for wind energy, but I will do that after we do the fire. Okay, and we're back. Thank you, Lola, for giving me this because that was a huge failure. I didn't have it. So I am going to go ahead and put the incense in here. And this is what I would do. So I already did the water element. So I would hold this, my binder, Grimoire, magical book that you guys saw right over the flame, and I'd say, please bless this book. I'd speak with the element, say any words of kindness, sweetness that I feel like I want to embody inside of this book, right? That was the white candle, so specifically with the white candle, I'd ask for blessings for, well, not innocence, but purity. And then I'd bring my black candle, and I would do the exact same, but with the black candle, I'd be asking for strength, for protection. I don't want anybody to see this book that I feel like isn't supposed to see this book. And so that is what I would do. That's what I would use the black candle for. Okay? So, next, since the air element is here with smoke, I would literally just do the same thing. I would speak words or think them. Affirmations, please bless this book. And all these words are going to be 100% specific to you. There's nothing that is right, nothing that is wrong. In this moment, just focus on blessing and whatever goodness, richness that you can possibly think of. The last one would be the earth element, which I'm going to use these stones for. The last of the elements. Okay? And so this is what I did with mine, okay? So topaz is my birthstone, so I want to embody this with something super personal to me, and that's why I'm using a topaz stone. Next, of course, I'm going to use onyx for protection, for strength, of course, definitely. So I want to infuse this with that as well. Next, we're going to do amethyst for healing and for protection. You can also do it with the amethyst for divine energy if you want to infuse that into your book as well. And then of course we're going to put the quartz crystal on top of it, which literally amplifies the energy of all of this stuff. At this point, you would meditate on it, you would close your eyes, you would envision your book being protected, being blessed, making sure you're thanking whatever you're speaking to, whoever you're speaking to. It's not the end, but just remember it's their energy that you're asking for the protection from or for the blessing from, and you just want to be grateful for whatever they're giving to you. After you're done with that meditation period, you can go with your oil. Oh my gosh, I am going to use this oil. Focus, there we go. One of my absolute favorite oils. It's got all of those really pretty stuff in it. Freaking love this oil. Make sure you choose whatever oil you feel is the most, I guess, like whatever oil is your favorite. Make sure you use that, because of course you're gonna say, I love the way that the oil makes me feel, I love the scent. So choose your favorite, choose your favorite. I don't feel like there's a wrong way to anoint your book with the oil. Literally with mine, oh, there's one drop already. I did the corners of the book like that. It doesn't have to be anything too elaborate. And dropped some on my finger, and I went down the spine of the book. I lay these there usually for the time that I'm meditating, and then now that I'm blessing, oh no. I pick it up, I do the exact same thing I've been doing. I ask for the blessing, I think of sweet positive things, affirmations, as I rub these guys in to each corner. I personally don't mind the oil in my book. I'm totally cool with it. If you don't want the oil in your book, definitely don't use it. It's totally up to you. And also, towards you, because you are bringing this in and this is what you want. So blessings, love, peace, divine energy, divine spirituality towards you. You want that in. And of course, use all of the beautiful, positive, great, amazing words that you can possibly think of during this time, because you are blessing something and you want that to like really shine through whenever you go to your book. You want to look at it and say, gosh darn, I thought of all these amazing great things, and I feel my heart is like so filled with love every time I look at it, and I just feel so good every time I look at it. That is the energy that we want to go inside of our book. And then that is going to be it for me. I sat with it and I let the oils and the crystals infuse into my book for 3 days. After the 3-day period, I thanked all the elements. I thanked the goddess, I thanked God, I thank spirit guides or ancestors of my highest and greatest good who are working with me. I thank them for joining me, and I thank them for just being here with me and blessing the items that I am asking them to bless. Do not forget that part. That is so important. Okay? So that is how I did mine. So now let's watch Lola do hers. Woo!
Taking, just be. Don't take it. Taking, just don't be. And live my life. Don't take it personal. I ain't lying. I ain't hiding. I've been grinding, multiplying. I've been trying to get my weight up, staying prayed up, meditating and taking time away. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning. I'm writing rhymes in the kitchen, soaking in moments we live in. Yeah, you got the nerve to be on me, faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't add me, cause baby, I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. Baby, don't check for me. Taking time out to be and live my life off screen. Taking time out to be and live my life. Hey. Taking just don't be and live my life. Don't take it personal. We just building. It's my season. Lay foundation. Make a name for generations. Please and make a then take a break or a little vacation and chasing blues away. Hey, hey. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning or look like you always be working, soaking the moments you live in. Yeah, you got the nerve to be on me, faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't add me, cause baby, I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. Baby, don't check for me. Taking time out to be and live my life off screen. Taking time out to be and live my life. I'm in a place serene and pure and free. Hey, I ain't worried about what's the wave, only worry about me. Yeah. Oh, I'm taking time out to be and live my life off screen. Taking time out to be and live my life.
And we are back. So I hope you guys got something from what we showed. I know it's always a little more hectic when we got like multiple people by the altar, because my altar isn't that big, but this is my sister and I trust her, so she's allowed in that space. If you don't trust somebody, do not let them inside of your space. Don't let them by the altar. Okay, so how do you feel about the book blessing?
I actually really liked it. Like, I felt like I learned something. And it wasn't just like, okay, I'm just gonna go through the steps. It actually felt like I was like, okay, I can ask for knowledge and wisdom and power and invoke a goddess or a god. That part I did not do because I do not have the strongest relationship with the gods and goddesses. I'm still learning how to do that. But I did do everything else. I did invoke the elements. So I felt very comfortable with that part. I love the elements. I'm an elemental person. And I did not say it out loud because I'm a thinker. So I felt that was my element.
Which is perfectly okay. If you feel more comfortable saying it in your head, do that. If you want to speak it out loud, do that. Make sure that you are in the most comfortable place you could possibly be in. So I already told her if she wants to borrow some oils and do some time on her own for like more major books, that's totally cool, but you have to let me know, because
I will.
I like to definitely be at my altar. And I like to keep my altar stuff quite close. So, what was your favorite part?
Ironically enough, the preparation. I don't know what it was. I'm serious. Like, okay, when you set up each of your elements and you're not really like thinking too hard about it, it's like, it's very calming. And if it's calming, you get comfortable. So by the time you actually get to the part where you're blessing the book, you feel at ease. So I really like the preparation.
Plus, I have a lot of things to prep with. So she got
there's so much stuff. I was so happy. Like, what do I do next?
You got to look at a lot of stuff. I was just like, hey, this is for this and this is for this and this is for that, that's for that. But I had to like scale it back a little bit.
Yeah, my handbook is empty. I'm like, I have to write this down. Hold on, please.
But that's okay.
There's so much information.
It's always good to start somewhere. She's got color correspondences now, which we can talk about in a different video. All right, I actually like, my favorite part of blessing the book is the oil. I love the oil. I love the way it makes me feel. I love just like, I don't know, speaking to the divine and feeling like that blessing is put in the oil and I am like, yes. Bless me, dang it. Like, I am very happy with that part. Yes, yes. So that is my favorite part about blessing. Also, do you plan on doing this again with any of your other books?
Yes, there is another one that I have that nobody's allowed to look at. Sorry, guys. So that one I'm going to bless maybe in a month when I've gotten a lot more comfortable and I have my own supplies. I feel like if you're gonna bless something and it's really, really close to you, you need to have your own stuff. Borrowing is fine, but if it's yours, you have a deeper connection with it. So once I get all my stuff, I will bless my personal grimoire.
That is very true. And I think that's actually a really good point to bring up because whatever you buy for yourself is always going to be personal. So like, just look for that. But I know that like some of the stuff, it's taken me a long time to accumulate the stuff that I have. I mean, I have a lot of stuff. And I know that not a lot of people can just, you know,
go out and buy it.
Yeah, not a lot of people can just put down $100 and buy all the oils, all the crystals, herbs. Not a lot of people can do that. So it's really okay to start off with a little bit of stuff. Like, for instance, if the only oil you have is olive oil, girl, use it. If the only herb you can get is rosemary from the cabinet, use it. Do what you have to do at first. Don't overwhelm yourself. Just take your time. Take it slowly. Take it slowly. Herbs I'm totally cool with definitely borrowing because it's like I've got plenty of herbs. They'll be fine. They've been in there for years. I've had them for a long time.
Well,
I'm totally cool.
Also with the herbs and spices, you can, since you said cabinet, you can always just go to your like Dollar General, Dollar Tree, and get like a thing like this, like $1.80. So that part you should be pretty okay on, as long as you're not trying to do all like the high-end stuff. Try to get like a $40 rosemary.
Yeah, don't do that. My rosemary, right? My rosemary was organic, and it was like $2 for like this little bundle, and that little bundle's gonna last me a long time. Don't underestimate quantities here. Yeah, that raisin rack. I get myself everything. Of course. Okay, so
Raisin rack is always so expensive, so I never even thought about that. So that is another good point she just made. Just because you think it's expensive doesn't mean you shouldn't check.
buy stuff on sale too. Okay. What else? If you had to do something different, what would it be?
I'd probably have a cushion at my altar or a chair. She's small, she's tiny, she's like a size 6, size 8. She can sit, you know, Indian style. I can't do that, I'm twice her size. So that part I was like, okay, it's a little uncomfortable, but I can deal with it. But my altar, when I finally get one, it's gonna be at a table with a chair, okay? I'm all about comfortable. So
that was just for the video.
I know, but still, I was like, it's okay, it burns. I can take it, it's fine. I can endure. It's okay, do it for the book. Do it for the book.
Okay. And finally, overall, if you would recommend this, would you?
Yes, highly. Highly recommend it. This is that one step where I feel like if you can bless a book, that is your first step towards going the path that you want to go. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it to all the new people. I felt like it was a very good first step for me, and I just I don't know. I would just say, hey, check it out. Try this. It's a comfortable first step. It's nothing dramatic. It's not something crazy like, oh, I'm going to invoke like 1,000 different gods and goddesses. It's no. You are blessing something that you own, and you can ask it for guidance that'll help you along the way. So, yeah.
I like that answer. I feel like that's a good answer. Any advice that you want to say to anybody that's a newbie?
Definitely take your time with it. If you have questions, do not hesitate to ask people. You have people as your resource. Like, for instance, I thought I was getting into witchcraft when I was younger or going along my own path, and then I just stopped because I was like, okay, I don't know what to do. I don't know who to go to. These internet sources aren't the best, so I just stopped. And then one day, she's just like, hey, guess what I'm doing? So I'm like, hey, this is a good time to ask questions. So definitely ask a lot of questions to people, people that you trust, people you feel comfortable with. You always want to talk to them, and then reach out to any other sources like social media. You're always going to find somebody who can help you there. So take your time with it and ask a lot of questions.
That's very, very, very true. I also want to add, let's not ask for too much when it comes to elements or gods that you have not built a relationship with. I think that's a really, really, really good point. A lot of people just want to kind of be like, hey, please give me money, give me car, give me house, give me love, give me beauty. Whoa, 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 whoa. You need to build something first with that spirit, that guide, that goddess, whatever. But oh my gosh, there's like so much I can say about that. I definitely agree with taking your time, because it's literally taking me a good solid 2 to 3 years of my life after doing this for a while. But the 2 to 3 years of just really like researching and reading and like doing the small practices, meditating, like all that kind of stuff. It took me a long time to finally be like, okay, I'm ready. I'm very much ready. So take your time. Do not be in a rush. This isn't like something you can just play with. You do not want to put yourself.
Is powerful stuff.
Yeah, you don't want to put yourself in a situation that you shouldn't have been in, or that you don't want to be in because you were rushing. So definitely, that was a really, really good point.
And then along with the part that she was talking about, the whole goddesses don't ask too much. If you don't understand why, think of it this way. Right now, your relationship with the goddess or the god, you're strangers. It's like me walking up to a stranger saying, hey, can you give me a car? Can I have a house? You need to build a relationship with this stranger. You need to make sure that you can trust this stranger at some point. You don't want to say, hey, goddess of wisdom, give me all that you got. Lay it on me, girl, I can take it. And then she's like, oh, excuse me, who are you? She's gonna look you up and down like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna go down the path that you wanna go down. So you can't be too hasty.
That's exactly what she's gonna do too. So don't think that most of these gods are like purely just love. I mean,
no, maybe like one.
Right.
And even then, they still want to be like, excuse you, can you say please first?
If you're working with gods and goddesses, especially if you're looking at more pagan, the old gods, Norse gods, African gods, Greek gods, just Roman, just any of those, we know that there's gods of war or like
gods
of lust. Yeah, so you need to be careful. Okay, I don't want to scare anybody, but you need to it's true, you really do need to take your time. Take your time, okay?
Know what you're doing first. Learn how to know what you're doing first.
And I think that's all. I have no idea how long this video is gonna be, but I hope you enjoyed it anyways. I hope you liked having my special guest on here. I liked it because literally 2 heads are always better than 1. There's always something that I can learn from her, and there's always something she can learn from me, because I mean, 2 heads are always better than 1. You can always come up with ideas, just don't do rituals or anything like that, or ceremonies or invoking if you don't know what you're doing. But still, having exchange of ideas and knowledge is still always a good thing. So with that, I shall leave you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Is there anything that you'd like to say?
It was nice meeting you guys. And I'm not as nervous as I was at the beginning of the video.
Yeah, she was really nervous. I was like, dang girl, calm down.
This is my first video ever. I've never been in front of a camera unless it's my camera and I'm taking a selfie, and even then I've got to do it like 15 times. So.
But she definitely got a lot better, especially like after this. But you know what? We saged, we did Palo Santos. Maybe it's just the energy change, you know? This stuff is powerful.
Actually, yeah.
This stuff is powerful.
I get that.
Okay. Alright guys, so I am Eli and I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.